Hi children. You might be having a really good time here, no? I'm sure you might be having a good time. I'm sure all of you must remember when you were this much. You all must have heard your grandmother's tale, right? Well, this grandmother here too has a tale for you. But the difference is that this tale is unique, very close to my heart. That is precisely the reason I want to share it with you. This story is about a little girl called Mimi, a wide-eyed, curious child. She had this habit of looking at the stars and the moon in the night. As she looked up at them, she would often wonder what it might be like to touch them. Astropod! The little child did not even know how to pronounce astronaut properly, but that was precisely what she wanted to be. Lost in her own world of dreams, Mimi did not realize that fate had a different plan for her. One day, her father came to her and told him about his failed crops. Because he was illiterate, he did not understand how some wealthy landowners took over half of his land by taking his thumbprint. He had nothing left and he had to send Mimi to the city to work. The little girl took over the drastic turn of fate and let her father sell her to a wealthy family of the Sharmas. Now the Sharmas were very atrocious. They would misbehave with Mimi, make her work day and night, and if she did this much mistake, they would beat her black and blue. They would lock her in a room and not even let her to eat anything. Especially the daughter of that particular family, Shania, was especially extremely cruel to her. She would not even let her eat anything and would always play cruel pranks on her. Poor Mimi. She would cry her heart out in isolation. Sometimes she wondered what she had done to deserve such treatment. But eventually, the poor child hardened her heart and decided to accept everything that the fate throws to her. But children, you need to remember that after every night there comes a new dawn. In Mimi's life too, there was an angel who came to rescue her. One day, a teacher called Mr. Rao came to visit the Sharmas. When he saw Mimi working, he asked Mimi who she was and where she came from. Having felt a loving touch after so many days, the poor child broke down and poured her heart out to an unknown stranger. Mr. Rao, after knowing the truth, called Mrs. Sharma and condemned her for such a cruel treatment to such a little child. He told her that employing any child under 14 years of age is a crime under the law and will get her behind the bars. He was even ashamed to have known the Sharmas. But the angel he was, he adopted Mimi and let her be everything she wanted to be. Now children, every story has a moral. So what is the moral in this story? The important thing to take from this story is that all of this wouldn't have happened if Mimi's father was educated. It is extremely important that adults be literate so that they understand the essence of education and the importance of it for every child. It is extremely important for all of us to be educated citizens of India. I'm sure all of you must be wondering, how do I know Mimi so well? And how do I know her father and everything that has happened to her so well? Well, my children, you're looking at Mimi right now. How to deal with life when it seems hollow? Well, being together is the key. Being together brings power. Make a statement for what you believe in. Stand up for it, never to cave in. When we expand boundlessly, we feel free. And when we can think beyond the horizon, we feel free. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting in front of you a dance performance by DPS Rohini on women empowerment on the theme, What Freedom Means to Me.